Hi students, this is Mr. Anderson here, and I just wanted to share with you a quick 3 or 4 minute screencast on how to access and use some of our databases. So I'm going here to our database tab, and when you look around here you see there's a whole variety of options for you, and you can read the titles on each box as to what is included in there. For this presentation, I'm going to be using Middle School Researcher, which is a great tool, especially for our students in years 7, 8, and 9. And when I'm here, what I want to do is just say, look, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a general search. Because I've been working just recently with year 7 students, I think I'll use an endangered species that is frequently trafficked on the illegal wildlife trade, and that is the pangolin. So even you older students might remember the time when you looked into trafficked animals and endangered species when you were in year 7. When I look at the results, I have a whole variety of available things that have come through. We have reference articles, different images, videos, audio, magazines, and newspapers. And I want to remind you that reference articles will be typically items that came from books. And so in this case, this top result under reference is an article from UXL Endangered Species. It was published in 2016, which is certainly relatively recent, and it's something that we might want to use. All of these resources, because it's from Middle School Researcher, are perfectly appropriate for our younger students. Now, when I'm here, these things are no different in any of the other Gale databases. So anything that is, Middle School Researcher or World History in Context or Science in Context, those are all Gale products. And so the results would look quite the same. And one of the results that's really important is sometimes we want to narrow our topics. So over here on the right, I'm going to go in and I'm going to search within. And in this case, because we're looking at pangolins, I'm going to add a layer of detail, and I want to know anything related with pangolins and China. And when I do that, you'll notice that my results get a little bit fewer, and that's an important thing. And I can begin to see what are they talking about. So that long-tailed pangolin article is there because it still talks, of course, about China. And as I scroll down, we have a video from the New York Times. Now it's only 2 seconds long, so I'm doubting it's really going to give us anything. But I can see here there's an audio story from National Public Radio in China, a shift away from trade in ivory and shark fins. And then we can go here and look at some of the magazine articles. The Tiger and the Pangolin, Nature, Culture, and Conservation in China. That could be pretty interesting. It's a little bit older, but it may be something worth considering. And then, of course, this third one we have here, Poaching May Doom the Shy Elusive Pangolin. This comes from National Geographic. And scrolling down, we have some news articles as well. Now you'll notice that when I'm looking at each of these, there's only 3 showing, but if I pay attention, there's actually 13 articles, and by clicking on news here, that opens us up and gives us 13 news articles. So that's a really quick introduction to using any of our in context series. So when you see Gale in context in the upper left-hand corner, this is the interface that you'll be using.